pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll move to the agenda.
Okay. Motion by Richard, second by Mark. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Public comment.
This is your time,
Am
Rob.
I
Yeah.
allowed for public
It's
comment?
your
Do
turn.
I have to-
Yeah.
do I have to stand up to do it?
Rock the floor.
Whatever you
Do
want.
whatever you want.
Well, I've officiated the children in this town for many, many years. Some of you know this, some of you don't. I just would like to point out that this season, on April 7th, Houston had a home baseball game. We played it in Spring Valley, Kingsland. Last week, Houston had a home baseball game. They played it in Glenville. I, of course, went to both of them because I have all kinds of time on my hand. Both days, the field here was obviously unplayable, but the softball team was able to stay here and play. I understand the outfield there is not very good. In the softball field, that outfield, I don't know what's growing out there, but I know you're gonna get it improved, worked on, and I like that, but I hope you don't forget the baseball field. The bleachers, yeah, I don't have to sit in the bleachers. I have one of the best seats in the house. Everybody gets to yell at me. But the baseball field is just, if it rains, it's just a terrible field.
Yeah, I had no idea that that was the state of that as far as, yeah, we saw some pictures of it under waterlogged. So
It's,
it sounds like there might be some less expensive or some fixes. I mean, yes, the softball field's getting a complete work over.
well, that outfield is just like, I don't know what's growing out there in the outfield for the softball field. The grass, there's bare spots or there's dead grass, stuff like that. And I'm all for that. I'm all for the kids having a better field and better experience. Just that the baseball field,
Yeah,
it's gonna need some attention too. And I don't work in an industry that would be able to say what it needs. It just needs, it needs something. It's just like a sandbox. You play on it a little bit and it becomes like chalk, like talc.
yeah.
It's just not a good field. I don't know.
Well, we're passionate about all of the activities, so we're not skewing it towards one.
I know, I just felt like if I'm gonna come down here and bother you
You
personally,
should stop every meeting.
I would bring this up.
I thought you were gonna mention bringing hockey to Houston or something.
We don't have enough kids participating in sports as it is now, let alone a sport that's gonna require at least 15 kids. And it'd have to probably be both genders.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other public comment? All right, moving on to consent items. Do we have a motion to approve the consent items?
I'll second.
Motion by Mark, second by Richard. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, under new business, insurance vendor.
So if you see the attached, and I think I emailed you yesterday, it's a little bit lower than what, so it came in today. So it is a 16%, 16.3%, 37% increase overall, and you can kind of see the breakdown. They do a good job of going out. This is, schools are becoming harder and harder to insure, and the companies that will bid them are few and far between. So if anyone wants to get into a business, there is definitely a market because there's lots of schools in Minnesota that have the same issue we do, trying to find,
So
comparable.
is that part of why some of the prices are such a bigger difference?
Well, also though, the cost to rebuild, like the linebacker insurance, if anything were to happen,
Yep.
we've been underinsured for a lot of years. You saw what the cost would have been if we would have tried to add on to our building, so if something were to happen, those costs are gonna continue to climb.
It's pretty consistent with the broader market.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
insurance, I mean, rates have gone up 20-30%.
So,
Yes.
I'm just because I'm asking, like inland marine, so if we need marine insurance, or what is that
This is,
for?
that's for all the small equipment, like
Oh, got it.
lawnmowers, that type of
Okay,
thing.
that makes sense.
That's
I'm like, I just don't, I'm like reading
Skid
this. I'm
loader,
like,
yeah.
Seems odd.
Yep.
Got it.
That's what it's for.
What is linebacker insurance? Just kidding.
That's everything in the outside, the outside, the little buildings outside beyond the actual structure, the additional things that need to be insured. Would that be the best way to describe it, Glenn?
And so like the dugouts and stuff like that, the smaller buildings.
Yep.
That we had
Structures,
to
yep.
fix after the storm that was up.
Yep, and
on
that's
back.
probably why that's up, because we did have a claim on that after the tornado 2 years ago, so that impacted it. The rest of it's, that's the only thing, we had that and a little thing on the roof, those were the only two claims we've had in the last year.
Okay. So we need to vote on this tonight.
Because it has to be approved by
I
June.
move to approve the insurance letter.
Okay, we have a motion by Mark,
I'll second.
second by Richard. Any further discussion?
Can I ask one last question? Sorry.
Yep.
What, if we can get you to enroll in any of these programs, like the quote can be revised, like what is that, or is that something we enroll in? I'm just curious. I just
Yeah, we
saw that
did
on there.
enroll in it.
Okay.
Yep, we enrolled in an on-call nurse thing, so we got that done.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
That's good. So then
We got it
they'll-
done.
So then they'll redo the work comp, or that is the.
That is,
revised?
and that's why they
Okay.
waited till today to get it out, because we got
Okay.
that done last week.
All right, any further discussion? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, announcements.
I just have one announcement, I just wanna make sure that you don't have so back to the solar project, I just wanna make sure that, everyone would be okay, so, we went back and forth on the second phase of this nonstop. The only place that is viable is this part of the building, right here, which will have to have a little longer run then to the service, so it would be more money, but we would get it back eventually with a rebate. We just want to get it, we get $114,000 back immediately from the state. The overall project is 160 because of the distance that we would have to travel to connect. But we would get that 100% of it back in a rebate, but not until July 1 of the completion of the project. So I just want to make sure that you're all still okay with that, because it's changed. I mean, we approved it a long time ago, but it's went back and forth, back and forth. I just want
Thanks for updating us.
to make sure we're all okay with that.
Yeah, I think, as long as we get the money back,
Yep.
it's just delayed a year.
Yep.
All right, any other announcements?
That's it.
Also move to adjourn.
Just wait for a
When is our next facility meeting, Mary?
For pizza.
I don't have anything on my agenda right now.
Okay.
But we're meeting weekly throughout the summer, so we're meeting weekly on Wednesdays, just because we got lots of things going on. So if you wanna join any of those, I can send you an invite to the weekly meetings with the custodial staff. If you wanted to join any of those or pop in to talk
Okay.
about.
All right, so we have a motion to
I'll
adjourn by
second.
Mark, second by Josh. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Opposed?
I was really trying to get it for
Motion
pizza
carries.
now, so.
I know, you know.
I was trying to pause, so I could.
You did.